Hello and welcome to Terrachunks, where we diggers here. Today I'm going to give a quick tour of my big dig, which you can see behind me. I've dug down to an ancient city and I'm in the process of redesigning, rebuilding, just trying to get it looking kind of cool. And then I'm going to give a quick fly around and show what I've done. So without further ado, let's do that. This is the portal out of the place, and there is a small village over the side which I've just protected from mobs. But the sort of lore is that there was a village and they've spread down into this ancient city. I haven't put any villagers in here yet. I've got some villagers waiting to cure in different places around the dig site, which over time I found them and I've sort of caged them in. So I've got one guy, I think is in here, waiting to be cured. So at some point I'll let him down to the city. And I think that is another one, and you can see him in there. Oh, yes you can. There he is. Waiting to be cured, and I think there's another one. That's actually quite a good landing for me. I think there's another one over here. Around here somewhere. There he is. So I've got 3 infected villagers. I'll cure them up and I'll breed them up down here when I've got some sort of housing for them. Currently, I haven't got any housing. I have literally flattened the floor, grassed it all, got some sheep in for decorating some of the stuff. I've been busy rebuilding these walkways. Now, they're not perfectly rebuilt, but they do follow the pattern that I could see. But in some places I just sort of took out the walls, maybe added some. I've got sort of stairs going up into the wall surrounding the central building here. The building's holding the portal in the ancient city portal, that we don't know where it goes yet, but at some point hopefully Mojang will give us an idea where that goes. Maybe another world, but I put it in there. I filled it with skulk. I thought that looked like quite cool, and as it is such a skulk heavy thing in ancient city, I thought that was looks like a kind of portal. Actually looks like a bit like a Stranger Things portal, if you've seen that. It's a portal for a solid wall, but there is an ancient reinforced steep slate portal hidden behind that. That is that. The building's just like a shell, really. I didn't bother doing too much of it. We do have the flame pit that was below the original portal, and also I've kept the redstone area down below. Probably could do with enhancing this, but it's just the redstone areas, and make sure there's plenty of natural light comes in. Now with ancient cities you don't get anything spawning other than the wardens, so you're pretty safe. Don't have to light everything perfectly, but I have done a lot of lighting. Part of my dig, I glassed a lot of the side caves. I thought they looked a lot cooler when they were glass rather than just filling them in. I did start by filling them in, and I actually dug them back out and filled them with glass, which I think actually looks really, really cool. So there's several places around here, and I am in the process of flattening the wall down to ground level. That's taken a bit of time to do. Also, we have this amethyst geode, which again, part of the sort of lore, is being hoisted up by this crane, which is in the process of changing into changing into the oxidized copper. I do have distant horizons on, and you can see quite a way off into the distance. That is actually Terra from my other videos in the distance there. And if you've again seen any of my previous videos, that I built a maze just over that direction. So yeah, this is busy. Although these aren't ever going to be oxidized because they're waxed ones, so I probably got these out of a. Yeah, I guess I got these out of a trial chamber. A lot easier to gather, but end up with two different colours if I'm not careful. Oh, they're all waxed. Not intentionally. Yeah, these ones I picked up. Oh, they are oxidizing. That should be alright. Oh. Yeah, so there's actually a really good vantage point to look down on the city. Now, I did notice while I was doing the city, I'm missing one rhinestone. I did notice that when I was doing the city, there was blue carpet on some of the tops of the walkways. So I actually continued that and covered the majority of them. You see, I've just a little patch there with the blue carpet, which goes well with the soul flames in the approach to the portal that was also there. I built a tunnel. I'll fly briefly up here and swim a little bit. There is a tunnel that goes all the way out, so you can ride a boat in into the ancient city if that would be what you would desire. Big drop. I put some bridges in. Probably do a little bit better lighting there, really, but bridges into the central corridor, and the corridor goes to the portal and the waterfall. We have several builds I have rebuilt just to what I think they would be when they were complete. It doesn't give them a purpose as such, but I'm going to assume they were, something to do with the villagers in the city. Maybe this one could be a barracks of some sort. I'm not sure really. Again, so missing a bit of carpet in here. I've got that's a tower I haven't completed yet, but I've done one of those before. I've actually got a warden stored in one at my zoo. Again, you can see the zoo in previous episodes if that interests you. Yeah, this is a fully reconstructed one of these. These columns with the soul sand in the top, I actually made them a bit wider. They were 4x4 and I made them 5x5. And the reason being is 5x5 you can, cut out the middle and walk through. 4x4 not so much, it's a bit squashed. And I think they look better, slightly bigger. The reason I have the allays is I did have a bamboo farm here. I was building scaffolding using the bamboo, but I haven't really had a lot of use of them. If I let them go, they just fly randomly around here until they eventually pop out the top and you just lose them. I'll have to find something to do with them. Another rebuilt like church type structure. And yeah, this is what the original column is sort of like. I purposely didn't fill this one out. I thought this looked actually possibly a bit better like that. But if I go through, I think it's actually the other side. Fly over here. I've rebuilt with a roof what the One of the other builds looks like this is quite a common build in City with this in it, but I've rebuilt it, giving it a roof. You find these quite often in ancient cities. And I do have to give a shout out, just in case I haven't said it before, but a shout out to Leaves, who has been using a lot of skulk in her build this season. She actually took a mycelium island and completely covered it in skulk, and she actually came down, offered to help me out, and removed a lot of skulk from the city, all the skulk's sensors, and she left me all the shriekers. So I can still, she covered them all in wool. I can still trigger a warden if I want. There's a few shriekers I've left dotted about the place. This is the giant crab built by Crabbo, and Crabbo, actually another big shout out, helped me demolish most of this deep slate layer. So it's a very slow, tedious process taking out the deep slates, and he was immensely helpful with the TNT and actually helped me clear the entire deep slate area here. I did the majority of the stone myself, but when you get down here, this really does slow you down. So that was a massive help. Thank you very much, Crabbo. And I'm just busily working through trying, restoring builds, recreating what I think are, different looking, interesting builds. But unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, we are looking to restart the season, the server for a new season. So season 5 coming soon. This is currently in season 4. So it'll be cool to restart, but at the same time, all this sort of build work that you do, you lose. I guess that's just part of the game. Oh, and there we have a shrieker. Now you can set these off just by standing on top of them and jumping up and down. I don't particularly want a warden, but that's what I'm saying. There are a few of these dotted around the city. We've got rid of all of the sensors, so nothing else triggers them. But you can trigger them just by jumping them on top. Like that. I'm hoping that's not going to trigger a warden. I don't know what level I was on at that one, so it could trigger a warden. Let's see. No, hopefully not. I've got several of these dotted all around the place. They're covered, most of them covered in wool. But, so I could bring a lot of wardens into the city. I am trying to repopulate. So you can see I brought a pig down. I've also got the sheep and cows over here and some chickens. I do intend to repopulate it, so I don't really want the warden running around killing all of these guys. That is the end goal for this, to repopulate the city. Just click some chicken eggs. With bad luck, none. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've done. There is I suppose I can just show you the roof of the build. I've got to put windows in. I haven't done the windows in this yet either, but this is just the roof of the build, and this was a proportion of my shulker boxes that were dotted all over the place. I've still got a few, but this is my chest monster, and yeah, I've enjoyed the process of digging it out. It can be tedious at times, but when you got down, you had something to look forward to, which was to tidy up the city. And I'm continuing with that. I'm currently working on the support structures, which will be in each corner. So a little design session, decided on what I wanted, and this should go up, and probably it will wrap around the top. I will make some sort of wall out of tuff. I really do like the tough blocks. I'll make some sort of wall out of that. These are just going to be restraining. I don't know what you call them, restraining walls or something. But and I wasn't sure whether to put the same design sort of halfway along, but that would then intersect with some of this stuff. So I'm not sure that really fits that well. Maybe I could put thinner ones. thinner columns in, but I'm not sure yet. I'll see how it goes, but it might warrant a few thinner columns dotted along the walls there. So that's the idea of this, the columns. I'd always had a plan to build some sort of wall around the top. That was my initial storage area, which is packed full of stone, dirt, and cobble. Well, among other things, I've got like boxes and boxes of granite, etc. So yeah, and this was where I was coming originally, flying up and down. And then I made another sort of like mini storage area at the bottom there, and it was more efficient to just be popping down there rather than keep coming up here. So, you know, there's a fair bit of tidy up to do. I want to do stairs that go down to all the way down, but I was thinking if I've got the stairs down to the corner, I might be able to incorporate them into the support structure. So have the stairs going down inside the support structure rather than, you know, zigzagging across the wall. But that might be quite an interesting thing. I haven't finished out to that side yet, obviously. I started that, but that was just taking a break from the dig. As are most of these actual additional builds around the edge, and you know, the glass and light has taken a break from the dig, because it can get quite boring. If you plan to do it yourself, it can take a. I think I've spent so far probably 13 or 14 weeks on it. So you know, it's a big chunk of your time if you want to base out of one of these. But they're cool, you know. I don't think I'll be doing it again anytime soon, but I do intend to finish this off. Even if the season finishes, I'm going to take a copy, and I will finish this off in my spare time as a single player, or maybe I'll host it as a server. I'm not sure yet, but I do intend to continue just to finish this off. So yeah, that is pretty much the Ancient City dig. All done in survival, and this is a Java server. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my tour. If you did, like and subscribe. There'll be, as I say, a new season starting soon. We've got some ideas for that. We've got some tweaks to how the server is going to start out, so that it makes it more of a community thing to start out, because the tendency for servers when they start is just everybody rushes to do all the achievements, and you know, and they go out and build a mega base, and we're going to try and keep people together a bit more community this next coming season. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, so I will speak to you again soon, and bye for now.